rod and he's pushing the bolt and he pulls it off and then he shoots it. Oh, yes. What would that? A couple items. One is the for salt pad design. Specifically, we need the outside storage space of the salt or items is needed at the port, and we've reached out to 3 firms to get some engineering quotations, as you see there before you. This is a current view of the port aerial view. The reason we need engineering is we need to know where to raise the track. We need to raise the track. And this location to this location. The gray space that you see there. And ultimately, increase our storage capacity at the Ogdensburg, as you can see. Here. Step is we need to get the we need to get the design done, and at that point we would submit that to our cap, also to the future funding on this. The first step is to get the engineering design services and stormwater prevention program in place.
Can I ask this question? We're spending all this time and money to raise and fix and whatever it want to be. Would that pad be made in a way that it would be ready to go if you want to put a canopy on it or on it? Make a storage facility or building out of it?
Well, anything could be done with the right one.
I'm just saying that, but just what I'm saying is I've been involved in projects where, the design, where they want to put a second story in, they built the building, they realized they designed it all for second story. I'm saying is, in this facet here, is we're building a pad and all those things couldn't be made in a way so that it could be flexibility to turn it into a building.
Certainly, if
space for that, the track to do that. That's my thought.
This is one flat contiguous, so it doesn't open up. We'll see that.
So I guess my advice to the engineer or whoever's going to design this, wherever, that could be designed in a way that, or positioned in a way that it could be, if you want to, make a storage building there, whatever, so. If you show doorway, whatever, somebody, I don't know how that got configured, but I'm not blaming anybody for that. But the idea is, let's plan that if something else happens, that boom, we got this ready to go to. Yeah, that's right. Right, that's what I'm saying. But I was saying, storage area.
When it's
Okay.
One of the other things that we might want to look at that particular pad for off-rail anyways, for off-rail loading is maybe we should also maybe talk to the engineer and see whether it would, if we're going to have to reline track and stuff, maybe we ought to look for a way to unload the rail cars into a pit like, and then the salt go up into the, be able to unload them on all these conveyors and all that stuff. Just bring them in and pull a hopper and dump it into a pit.
Really, that's the beauty of this, because at the end of the day, you'd be able to use an at-grade conveyor similar to so. It would be either possibilities. It's automatic by raising that
But save us maybe a couple $100,000 monkeying with conveyor, and I hate to say this, but it also would reduce it using manpower to run the conveyor and trucks and stuff like that. I mean, you got to look at what you're dealing with today, and handling these commodities and handling the cheapest way we can do it is better for everybody.
Definitely.
So, well, it might be something we should look at, as Sam says, you know, it's. Most of them now are all solid. Our road comes out from the bottom on these rail cars.
Yes.
And surely if we can keep the price down for the people that ship in here, they can just bring them in and out of them. Would be better for us. I mean, I'm just thinking, you know.
Well, let me be clear what this is and what this is not. This is just engineering design services. Right. At the end of the day, what we'll have is have a nice stop and funding.
Right.
Doesn't involve the or anything like that. Yes. Yes, I did. All three firms.
Where are these firms from? So we got two local people.
This is
Go there, all right? Why is there two prices with Tista was?
yeah, Tista range on the low end would appear to be 16.
So you're saying the other gentleman at 14.6 is not that way? But this Pale will want that? Okay. Good, thank you.
You're happy with that? Make that motion.
Second. All right.
Again, full board. Well, with your permission. Did not bring it to the report back. That was my part.
That's okay.
Right.
That's second.
You would want to add the one new piece of information.
Change this motion.
Bonus salary reports.
Oh. So one thing I forgot is that there was a snow blade that came with that,
And when I gave you a number for 45, it didn't include that, but he went and looked at that and he added another 5,000. Well, it's up to you. I mean, I think I'd be happy if we got 45, or if we send that out. No, first, it's a certain attachment.
So again, I just choose if you're aware of that extra information.
Yeah, it's a
Okay, I'll make that.
I'll second it. All right.
This is have three fund components: an FAA component, a New York State DOT component, DA component, 5 half perspective. The FAA agreements and original states to this item D1 particular projects. One being on and off the borders. You see there before you, the other is for taxiway B and C rehabilitation. The state's portion of that, $25,000. FAA portion. The project itself doesn't change. Disruption removal. This routine, we have to accept the funding of that. Vote on our portion, we vote on the FAA's portion, and we vote on DOT's portion. That's correct. This is strictly the state portion on both.
I'll second it.
Change order is $45,451.87. It's for gate operator. Is removal of existing taxiway markings, the addition of slurry seals. Page 4. See that. Explanation. Was in that this to be executed. It should have gone out with a did not do. That's correct. It was for about a week to 2 weeks, and it didn't make the packet. Packet went out.
So Collins Hammond gets paid by him. Collins Hammond. It's up tier. Up tier contract.
Contract was J.E. Sheehan.
Right. I make a motion to pay him. He's done, right, Steve? This is it?
This is a
I make a motion to approve the change order as presented to the board today.
I'll second.
Okay.
That includes the items. So,
I have business maybe just in this committee here, whatever. Because that, and the question I would have goes to you, John, maybe, or maybe Wade, whoever. I had a friend call from Houston, Texas, and we were telling you before about a company imports titanium dioxide from Europe, and their major port is in Montreal. And he was up visiting me and I said, well, he said, well, it's hard to do business with you, but I said, what can your port do about railroad car storage? In other words, an overflow of cars in Montreal. Are we capable of coming off the line and bringing cars down here all right, so we are capable? Okay.
example, in Norwood, for example, there is a 90-car site.
Okay. My question would be, since we have the capability, I mean, maybe John, you do this or not do it, whatever, but how do we reach out to people, places, organization, companies, whatever you want to call them, industries, to recruit them that we have ample storage to do that?
That type of thing, we'd have to pass that on the road because we need all the facilities to do it. So that's not anything that we can have any, because that asset is New York, not Ogdensburg.
Well, would you be compensated to any degree for?
We have an existing agreement with.
Yeah, I mean, so we'd get something if they did that.
Yes.
Okay.
For the term.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how far and how hard it is out of the Montreal market or whatever, where they store cars that go from the United States up to Montreal to pick up the product, because that product ends up in Houston, Texas, so you can imagine the rail service is doing something with it. Uh-huh. Hmm? Yeah.
Public information that I've heard is over the business goes up.
That's something, eh? I'm trying to learn the little things that happen out there that it's who would ever think that, that's part of the business, but it is. I'll do that. I'll leave it up to you.
Well, let me think about what Sam's saying here. If we have a company that wants to use our rail system for warehousing or storing their rail cars, why wouldn't we be playing a part in that? Why would it just be the railroad? They're the operator of it. I mean, why would they be negotiating to store these cars and all that stuff?
Contract.
We increase the line for them for transportation use and all of that. I understand that.
The contract's much broader.
So in other words, if they come down into the port, if we ask for, they do all that, or do we do it? Okay.
Well, it seems to me that I don't know, what's called Vermont Railroad line, is that what?
Ogdensburg.
Well, no, I don't mean that. Okay, so where the two tracks intersect, there's going to be storage facilities there, correct? For other people or whatever?
The structure is at the junction. In other words, there's no...
Okay. Well, let me throw this over. If we had property there, and we had built a section of track, we'll just say enough track to, we'll just say 50 cars, would we own that? Would we be the owner of the track and be able to be the entrepreneur or the proprietor of that business, or would the railroad system be part of that also? Section of track. Okay, so if we felt there was a business there to invest in, I don't know what it costs for track, maybe that's whatever to do, something like that, and the business was there, that'd be another way to, okay. Because I'm not sure this, the main track that we run is the type of track that we carry some of the load, some of these other, that's what I mean, yeah. So in other words, protect some of the things that we do, maybe sections of track there, storage track. To think about.
The rail also needs to be upgraded too. Again, you don't have a 6 capability. Good news is we've got funding to be able to do the 286 once the repairs are done, with exception. Like for all intents and purposes, the rail car has to come to us only 2/3 loaded, effectively. So you're paying the shipping rate, but you're only getting 2/3 of the product. Mm-hmm. It has to be lighter to come.
Well, let me go back to my original thought, that if we had at the intersection there a depot, or whatever you want to call it, and that'd be part of a business that we could be involved in, if there was a business for storage for cars, correct?
Basically, you're talking about warehouse on rail. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot to that. There's a lot more to that, because also where it's coming from, what country it's coming from, and all of that. There's a lot of probably immigration involved, and everybody else involved, and what is in them rail cars.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why that I want to make that council take a real close read leasing agreement. Make sure that.
I mean, I'm just looking at another venue that you can look at. There's a business out there. Somebody comes up with these ideas and develops whatever. I mean, they don't have to be loaded. They could be just, I got access. I need a place to store cars, along the line, and coming this way or whatever, or on the way back, and I don't, I'll drop 50 cars off instead of taking them all the way to Montreal or whatever, or wherever it's going to go. I don't know, John. I mean, I'm just asking a question to, what's. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to know the business. I mean, that was the first thing he asked me. He said, "What's your capabilities of, storing cars?" I said, "I don't know. Okay, I'll get that to you." No. I think just something that I don't know. I guess if somebody else might come up with the idea, next thing you know, they're at the end of the railroad tracks and they're in the business doing it, and we're thinking, why didn't we do it? I don't know. Well, somewhere else on the line. I don't know. The other line.
For the next meeting on December 7th, could we do 3:30? Because that's typically... Right, that's asking.
Can I work on changing that date? Is that possible? Could I make different arrangements?
You know about them until the full board?
Okay, let me just, okay, yeah.
Well, the facilities committee.
Oh, we got
He's talking about the facility.
I'll talk with the general meeting, because I would be away for...
Yeah.
All right, thank you. It would actually be early.
Okay. I make a motion to adjourn.
And I'll second that. 10 seconds. 10 seconds.